Crossfire. The driver's side window collapses to the seat like a shower of shattered diamonds. Mary stares at the blue-tinted treasure next to her, distracted only by the dim buzzing in her head and the sudden wet warmth creeping over her shoulder. Flashes of lightning, thunder shaking the whole car. The sheet metal thunder of cheap sound effects. She and Keith had recently seen a live performance of an old radio play with a young man and woman who would shake a dangling sheet of metal to produce the sound of booming thunder. The couple, fresh-faced and deadly serious in their vintage 1930s garb, were about the same age as her own son, Martin. Whenever they reached for the dangling metal, Mary knew the thunder was coming any second. Keith. Where was Keith? The ATM. I'll be just a second, honey. Lightning brightens the car like flashbulbs. The thunder comes with a rapid-fire immediacy. Less boom, more boom, boom, boom. The entire windshield crystallizes, and it's like staring into blind frost. Mary's foot panics towards an imaginary brake pedal, but of course, she's in the passenger seat, and the car is already stopped. Indeed, the car is parked, Keith having only a moment earlier pulled into the red zone outside the Bank of America. The engine is idling, shift in park, handbrake up. I'll be just a second, honey. Boom, 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 boom. She wonders if Martin would like to work in the theater, even if it means just shaking sheet metal to produce thunder. He was in the drama club in high school and seemed to have liked it. Mary, her shoulder wet and warm, even though she is feeling quite chilly, cannot for the life of her remember the name of the play. Keith would know. Mary thinks, I'll call and ask him. She glances around for her purse where her cell phone is tucked away, sees the red leather on the floor between her feet, diamonds everywhere. She reaches for it, but her arm doesn't move. Mary looks down the length of her arm all the way to her hand, which is curled into an unresponsive claw. A solid line of blood runs down her wrist, the side of her hand, and finally her pinky, drip, drip, dripping into the dark recess of the cup holder. What was the name of the damn play? Red and blue lights, sirens, more booming thunder. Outside the shattered driver's side window, a man appears, his head covered in a ski mask. No, one of those Mexican wrestling masks, red, green, and white. He does not look at Mary. She wonders if he knows that she is even there. A sudden knot of lightning, thunder, the man buckles, thrusting one elbow through the window to keep from falling. His hands appear, and he claws the mask off his head. His hair is long and blonde and plastered wet against his forehead. He is so young, younger even than her Martin. Blood seeps from his neck. His hands wipe at the wound as if to pull out some offending arrow or knife or spearhead, but there's only his blood. His gesticulations grow more frantic, and then he sees Mary. His eyes lock on her like she has the answer, like she can save him, like she can encourage him to try out for that play, apply to this college, make pretend thunder in the blue recesses of the theater. His hand reaches towards her, but she cannot reach back. Her arm is dead, reduced to an exit ramp for her own blood. She shrugs, embarrassed. She wants to help. More than anything, she wants to help. The young man's gaze, dull and slow but nonetheless focused, takes in her arm and her blood. She shrugs again. His face tightens and he shakes his head. One sudden effort and he jerks the door open. He falls to his knees but still tries to press forward into the Subaru. He reaches across the spill of diamonds in the driver's seat and takes Mary's hand in his, as if she could pull him to safety. Mary tries to grip back. She tells herself that's enough that they are together. She takes comfort in the pressure of their fingers wrapping around each other. She relaxes back into the seat leather, appreciating fully for the first time how luxurious it is. Keith had insisted on the leather, Dan the expense. "You're right, honey," she says aloud. It was worth it. Mary closes her eyes and waits for the thunder. Any second now, she thinks. Any second. Thank you.